Catch 'em all.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy the Whiskey Bandit, and today we're talking about raids. So real quick, right here, what you're seeing on screen is my clan's lineup, how we've assigned everyone. Now, this is what we find to be most effective to help us complete the raid. The number one question, though, is what arenas or what squads are we using to fight what factions? So I'm going to real quick run through all the factions here. As you saw a moment ago was the kobolds. Here are the undeads. They're pretty similar in the fact that a lot of us are running Lucky, Exart, Azariel. It is just beneficial to you to run those three healers because you need a lot of heals. Now, depending on the faction, you guys can go ahead and just pause in the video what you want to see our squads. So some of them are a little different, like you've seen Rock and Succubus are used, and then you have Cage, Succubus are used. It really just depends on the faction, and this is what we have found as a clan that crushes the tier 3 raid every day, 100%. This is the squads that we have found over time, just through the experience of doing it over and over and over again, that works the best. So that's all of that. I'm gonna try and go down into we have this mapped out. We've done a lot of work on this. You know, the first raid was not the smoothest raid for us, obviously. What you're seeing now is the raid map, and these are the assignments that we have each lane. If you remember in the photo that was just in the very beginning of the video, there was colors and everything like that. I will pair those back up here in a second so that you can see them. Then you can see that you can go back and look at the lines. So those colors are coordinated with the lines. We have 3 teams, obviously, for a tier 3 raid, but it can be implemented in any raid that there is, whether it's the first, second, or third. Do the same thing out. Do the same thing. Map it out. Okay, it makes it really easy. It's clear and understandable for everybody. It's mapped out and drawn out like that. People know exactly where to go and what route to follow. It's not to say people won't make mistakes and accidentally go left when they should have went right. But that's why you have floaters to help compensate for that as well. Now, I've never done a tier 2 raid or tier 1 raid. I know there's a lot of negative feedback about the tier 1 raid, I believe it is, where they say you can only have 16 members. Yeah, I'm pretty much against that too. I don't understand that. That seems pretty dumb in my opinion. Like, it's a tier 1 raid for a reason, so let those newer players get the experience of raiding. Let everyone get their hands in the pot. I don't understand that. Maybe that's something Playcott will change. Hopefully, I hope they change that, because it doesn't really make sense. Now, there are multiple scenarios that I can show you where I have messed up and it's not gone my way, but there are ways to fix it. So let's say you're fighting the bug squad. This happened to me in my stream yesterday because I really wasn't all that focused. I was fighting the 90k bug squad, and what happened is when there was 2 risers. Okay, so there was 2 risers. When they dug in, now I was running Rock and Maid with my 3 healers that you've seen over and over again, Lucky, Azariel, Exart. I was running Rock and Maid because they actually combo really well, and it was just experimental for me because I just kind of got Maid into a position where she can kind of get in there. She's not fully ready yet, but anyways, so the 2 risers, when they dig in, I kept using my Rock's turn skip ability, and it was just a huge mistake, and I did it 2 times in a row, and it literally cost me like the entire battle. So what I ended up doing, okay, is I ran all the way down as far as I could go without taking too much damage. I ended up losing Rock and Lucky. I still had my Exart, my Zerial, and Maid up. So when there was about 30 seconds left, I auto-battled real quick just to kind of cycle my abilities out. But I made sure that I didn't have, you know, my Exart's revive used. And then once I got down to about 15-14 seconds, that's when I used my revive on my Exart in hopes that I would revive not only Rock but Lucky as well. And then I let the timer go out because it revived both of them, and that's perfect. So now I can go in, spend another 10 raid energy. I'm near the end of the battle, okay? And guess what? I don't have to spend any healing packs or any gold because people run out of healing packs and then they want to spend the gold and just keep progressing. I'm kind of against that. I feel like I feel like it could be extremely costly. I revived 2 of my heroes with gold and realized immediately this is not something I want to do again. And that was in my second raid. So I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that. It's going to get really cost effective, or not cost effective. It'd be super costly. So when I revived those 2 healers, I restarted the same mission, okay, in the raid. And guess what? All my healers were alive. They did not have that X-Art debuff where they were going to die in 2 turns. So that is a massive tip that I can give you. Use that. Okay, guys, so another tip is, real quick, that we were just talking about how people can make mistakes. Allow your floaters to come in and help when you have made a mistake. It's fine. You can tell them. Use Discord. It's a great communication device. Be like, hey, you know what, floater such and such, I messed up. Can you go ahead and tackle this node out for me and just finish it up? And then just go ahead and tell them where you got to. Like, I'm in wave 2. I was able to get 1 guy down. That's a pretty good, brief explanation of, what they know they're running into. So, and they'll be able to see that, okay, this is a bug squad, or okay, this is, demons, got it, and then it just allows them to be able just to rotate right in, help pick that node up for you, and that's kind of their job as the floaters. They kind of sit back for a minute, and if someone needs help, now they go push in, and it's kind of the beauty of having the 10 people on the 8 lanes. It allows 2 people to really be like, hey, I can get in there and clutch this up for us. So I think that's great. So basically what we got going on in the background here is just, a little bit of me auto-battling my first 3 mission nodes. I do not recommend you auto-battle the raid unless you are 100% sure that you will take no casualties from it. I do these druids. I've done this since day 1. I know how they fight. I know really how they work. Now, a lot of you might judge me if you're an experienced player. You're probably going, why the hell, if you're fighting druids and using rock? My answer is because I'm running 3 healers, and my rock, yes, he takes a beating, but my healers are able to keep it up there. And with Maid implemented into the squad, she moves so fast with rock. It seemed like a good idea still. So I really like it, actually. It works out really well. Now every now and then I have to time it out. I'm like, okay, there's 3 Myrdians. Let's not let Rock do his 2 AoE abilities and die right off the bat. But I mean, other than that, it works out really well for me. So these are the basic great tips that I can give you to help you in the raid. If you have any more questions, let me know. Alright guys, so if you guys know anything about the Age of Magic community and you know my clan, if you're in the Discords and things like that, you probably have noticed that my clan had a very unfortunate event shortly before the new year happened, where basically our clan leader, our second in charge guy, who did a lot for even just the Age of Magic community in general. He's done a lot. He's super helpful to everyone he's ever come in contact with. It is Gambit. He actually passed away due to an illness that came pretty abruptly from what we were told, and it's super unfortunate because he was a super awesome dude. The guy helped me out. I mean, Gambit was just that kind of guy. He helped everybody. So from the short time that I knew him, I could pretty much tell his character was awesome. He was definitely a big man, character-wise. We even have a channel dedicated to just him in my Discord, and literally everything that everyone posts of their conversations, it was basically just on how you could see how awesome of a person he really was. He was always there helping everyone. He was in the Age of Magic Discord community a lot. He would help people there. He always gave advice. He never belittled anybody or anything, and I think that's great, you know, and especially in today's day in society, it's a hard quality to find, people that genuinely just care about others, that want to help others, and that's how Gambit was. He was a good dude, and my heart goes out to his family as the start of this new year comes on. I hope they can get through it all, and I hope that everyone, you know, has a great start to their 2019. And let's crush this year, all right?